Alright, fantasy fights, yeah? This is how I know I'm ready for Bubble Tunde Ajayi today, right? Fantasy fights.
Go ahead.
Ivan Drago versus Clubber Lang. Come on, let's hear it now. Let me hear that one. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Who would have you got in that fight?
That is serious.
Right.
You ain't so bad. You ain't so bad. Yeah,
just like the chicken, you better run.
Trust me.
Get out of my face. I don't want a has-been messing in my corner.
I'm going for... Gotta go for Clubber.
Yeah?
Gotta go for Clubber. Because the roughness and the toughness will just get to Drago. The roughness and toughness will get to Drago. And the inside work from Clubber. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Clubber Lang.
Yeah? Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
That's what you going for?
Nah, I would like to go for Clubber Lang.
Yes.
Right? But I know it's like Clubber Lang gas out.
That's the curry going rice.
He gas out, so man get tired quick. You know what I mean? So I would go for look, and remember Drago was juiced up to the nines, yeah? Right. It was some different juice, some proper. And it wasn't just steroids, and it was anabolic steroids it was on. It was on some power. He had some real chemist against. Right. So I would have favored Ivan Drago, even though he was a raw novice.
Okay.
Right, in the film. Come in the ring with one professional, one professional fight where he kill an old has-been man, right? I would actually go for him about round 8 because only Rocky Balboa can take those punches, bro.
Okay. Serious fight now. Roberto Duran against Floyd Mayweather.
At what weight?
At welterweight.
At welterweight. At welterweight. Then I'm gonna go to history. If we look, the Roberto Duran that fought Sugar Ray Leonard in 1980.
Come on, spit the facts now.
Right, I'm spitting the facts now. I don't care what welterweight. I think there was only one welterweight in history that could have dealt with that man. But his reign was short-lived. Now we have to say, where do we rate Roberto Duran as his greatness? His greatness was in the world title defenses that he made from beating Ken Buchanan and going on. Then he had 5 fights and moved up to, he had 5 fights in the middle as lightweight champion, but there were preliminary fights at welterweight trying to test the waters. Then he fought Sugar Ray Leonard. So I would have said the Roberto Duran that beat Sugar Ray Leonard would have beaten Floyd Mayweather. That Roberto Duran, but the lightweight Roberto Duran against the lightweight Floyd, when Floyd was pretty boy Floyd at lightweight, to me, Roberto Duran is the greatest lightweight of all times. Right? Period. And you want to argue, right? And if you go through history, then there's some really good guys at lightweight, like Benny Leonard, who's a genius, technical genius, right? But I would say at lightweight, then I've got Roberto Duran winning.
So you've got
people at lightweight.
At welterweight.
I would say Floyd would have most probably could have dealt with him because he only had one epic win, and that was against Ray Leonard. And then you know the lifestyle of Roberto Duran and how he was living. But I would say at lightweight.
Okay, so we got 1-1.
Yeah.
The next one, fantasy matchup.
Go on.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Yeah.
Against Triple G.
Come on, man. Hagler will stop Triple G. Listen, Hagler was a different breed.
Hagler fans out there.
Right. I want people to realize this.
Come on, spit the knowledge.
Yeah, thank you. 1980, when Marvin Hagler came over here.
Yes.
And fought Alaminta. Right?
Yes.
Alaminta.
Was that the Royal Apple?
Yeah, and they just fling bottles.
No, but it was a Royal Apple,
It was a Royal Apple, right? That Marvin Hagler, that guy who went on and made successful title defenses all the way from 1980 to April 6.
Come on, knowledge.
Right? 1987, 7-year span. Right?
Amazing.
And People get gas. I'm not saying that Golovkin is not a good fighter. Golovkin had 300 odd amateur fights. Golovkin can fight. You know what I mean? How many fights did he have in the World Series? Yeah, right? Golovkin can fight.
Yes.
Right? I remember saying like, when people saying like, Triple G. I'm saying, no, he should change his name to GBH. Right? Because he was serious. But Marvin Hagler was a fantastic boxer who's never really given the credit as a boxer because of his look, his aesthetic look and everything. But he was an incredible boxer. Go and watch his second fight with Vinto Antifermo. Go and watch his 2 wars with Mustafa Hamcho. Mustafa Hamcho weren't no joke. He had one of the best chins ever, but Marvin Hagler still stopped him. So I'm looking at those things, I'm saying Hagler was the guy. And that's that. And we're forgetting, well, like I said, we're living in a culture now where it's fashionable to be uncultured. Some people don't check. We won't check. When someone hears something in 1980, these kids who were just born in 97, right? 97 is last week to us. You know what I mean? But to these young, so Marvin Hagler, Triple G would have given trouble, right? Because he has got vicious power, and Marvin Hagler even admitted himself saying, "Oh, I think Triple G, his power." But no, Hagler was my guy. I think Hagler would have beaten him because Hagler could be able to take that power. He could take it. He took Tommy Hearns' right hand. Right, Tommy Hearns' right hand could knock down skyscrapers. That's not my saying. That's Hugh McAvenny saying that. He was a ridiculous puncher. So I would have had. Also, go watch you young kids. Marvin Hagler versus Caveman Lee. Caveman Lee weren't no joke. Caveman Lee was trying to crumble him. He was a knockout man. Right? Marvin Hagler's walked through that and he ate out for breakfast. You know what Marvin Hagler, I eat him out like Pac-Man. He was serious. So I got Hagler winning that fight.
Okay. Let's move to the heavyweights now.
All right.
Joe Lewis versus Lennox Lewis. That's the one. Joe Lewis versus Lennox Lewis. Come on, give me some facts, Spencer. Don't get personal. Lennox, you don't know.
Yeah, right. Joe Lewis. Joe Lewis, he's, what was it, 11.5-year reign as heavyweight champion of the world.
Jeez.
Right? You can't make 25 defenses. You can't muck around with that, right?
I remember, sorry, off subject. I studied every piece of footage on Joe Lewis.
He was incredible. You know, you used to study him a lot as well. You should try and copy his style a little bit. Was Howard Eastman. Because
he was the heavyweight Sugar Ray Robinson.
He was perfect. Yeah, he was. He was perfect. And it's kind of weird that you say he was the heavyweight Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson used to be his bag carrier, right? So Sugar Ray Robinson used to idolize Joe Lewis. You know what I mean? And one time I read in a book.
So like he was an homage.
Yeah. So even though you're saying that it was because Sugar Ray Robinson used to teeth nothings from him. And that's how it goes. When you're around things like
that. Just like Ali respected Sugar Ray Robinson.
Exactly. So and if you're around those guys, you're gonna steal their bits and bobs.
Yes.
In a fantasy fight, you'd have to say that Joe Lewis wouldn't be 200 pounds. Joe Lewis, to be realistic, in a fantasy fight, you say like Joe Lewis, if you match them up proper, Joe Lewis would be like a 225 or 230 fighter, right? If it was like today's time.
Yes.
Right? And if Joe Lewis was a bit susceptible with shots. I remember Tony Galante knocked him over, right? Overhand right. And he was a little bit susceptible to getting shots, getting knocked out by Matt Smelling, right? But
Rocky Marciano knocked him out.
Like he was shocked them times there.
He was 79 years old.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. Right, but Joe Lewis, like
you have to think about this.
Yeah, you know, Joe Lewis was actually he was perfect. He was perfect. He was perfect, and. But Lennox could punch. Lennox could punch, man.
That's what I'm saying. Could he deal with the physicality and the boxing technique of Lennox Lewis? Because to this day, I mean, again, it's another fantasy fight. Well, it wasn't fantasy because it did happen. And the fans may shout at me, but I believe Lennox would have beat Mike Tyson at any time.
You know what? And I agree with you, you know?
Anytime.
Right? And that's no disrespect to Mike Tyson.
No,
right?
It's not.
But Lennox's style of fighting.
He would have beat Mike Tyson when he was 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old. just because of the way Lennox boxes and the power in his right hand.
No, that power was very serious. Yeah, I mean, just look at the way he knocked out Rankman in a rematch.
Oh,
that just shows you. Oh. And Lennox was shot them times, not shot, but he was past his best.
Yes,
right. That was a serious knockout. I would favour Lennox Lewis because Lennox Lewis. There's days where you get me, and Lennox Lewis is my top 3.
Yes.
Of all time heavyweights. Then there's days when you get me where I'll change it all the time. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say great is great, but maybe Lennox Lewis could have dealt with Joe Lewis. You know what I mean, to be real. But Joe Lewis is still one of my favourite fighters of all time. You know what I mean? And that's the truth.
So young people out there, go and study Joe Lewis. Fantastic heavyweight, mover, had his left hand low.
Yep. And it'll catch the shot.
It'll catch the shot.
Boom! I remember Henry Cooper told a story, right? That Joe Lewis came over to the UK. So this must have been about, I don't know, 48 times there. Because
yes.
he was when he was thinking about making his comeback, right? And he came and he was sparring at the Thomas & Beckett gym.
Yes,
right?
famous gym.
And he was sparring with some sparring guy, and the guy, like, Joe Lewis would just catch him and just punch him on the arms. Right? Nothing major, just tap the arms. He said after 3 rounds of Joe Lewis doing that, the guy couldn't even raise his arms.
I don't think you should be giving these secrets.
Right, I know.
I'm giving that's for my fights. So all the opposition, we're gonna start covering up themselves with that.
So no, but that's what you do. Joe Lewis is a fantastic fighter, man. Just absolutely fantastic. And you know what? On certain things, I like to just admire great fighters.
Yes.
And like sometimes I don't want to get drawn into like where to rank them and this, that. Yes. I just like to admire great fighters.
Same here.
Just like Willie Peck's my favorite fighter, one of my favorite fighters of all time. I got like, if I was to go like my top 5 favorite fighters, they might not be you lot's cup of tea, but my top 5, Gene Tunney's there, right? Gene Tunney was absolute genius. You guys go watch Gene Tunney. Gene Tunney, former American heavyweight champion.
Sorry to cut you. We need to do a show on the past legends.
Yeah, 100%.
This show's called The Welterweights, but we need to do a show on the past legends because I feel that history is a subject that the young ones have forgotten.
They don't touch on history. And what you have to remember that history just repeats, right?
Exactly.
It repeats, it improves, but it repeats. So someone else is going to become someone else. This is just how it goes. But like I said, you young kids, go watch Gene Tunney and you will understand how superb this guy was. He was absolutely perfect. Gene, go watch Gene Tunney. Just what I'm saying to you, that is it. Gene Tunney he had a little bounce in his step. He'll be always constantly moving, catch, throw out the jab. The catch cow got popularized by him. He was the one that not saying he was the first to invent it, but he was the first man to make it popular because he was the world heavyweight champion when he beat Jack Dempsey. So you go watch that and then the stories are long count and everything else. But in the rematch, the guy's a genius, man. That guy's my guy, man. Seriously, him, Willie Pep's another guy. Go watch Willie Pep. People want to. I remember it was Roger Mayweather said to you about Willie Pep.
Yes.
Man, what do you do?
Yeah.
No, Willie Pep was serious, bro. Yes. Go watch Willie Pep. That's another one of my guys. But
we're gonna do a show on that.
We have to.
We're gonna do it. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Stamina for Sale YouTube channel.